Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video we're gonna look at some advanced features of an interactive report. So in the past videos we have learned about some few basics of Excel and how we can manipulate our data, but today we're gonna look into how you can come with an interactive report from your data. So before we begin, remember to subscribe, like and share this video so that we can keep on seeing more content like this. Okay, let's get to it. Well, first I want to explain a little bit of the kind of data we have here. This is just some raw data that has been data entered. We have 4 columns. We have the company. Here I have identified we have the company A, company B, company C, and then company A, company B, company A. There's some form of repetition, but basically we have 3 companies, company A, B, and C. And then here we have the date into which that particular entry has been made. And then we have the salesperson representing each particular company and the sales made on that particular date. So this is just some form of data which I have been able to collect maybe on a daily basis form of Excel. Now I want to come up with a summary on that. On most cases, you'll just open the second sheet and do your summary here while pulling some bits of data from this first sheet. But for illustration purposes, I want to do my summary here so that you can see how it all does and when we create an interactive report. Okay, so I'm gonna start here by writing summary, and then what do I want to capture here? I want to capture, let's say, a company name. I want to capture the company. I want to capture the sales person, maybe sales person, and then I also want to capture the total sales, something like that. And then here is where we'll have our date, but in this case I want us to pull data from this date in terms of months. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? Let me just first take this summary up to here. Let me just have it here in the meantime. So here is probably where I want to have my date, or I can even have my date here. But first and foremost, let's get the list of companies here. Now from this huge list, I'm assuming that you might be having a huge chunk of data that can have very many rows, up to 1,000,000 rows, for example. So we want to do what we call, want to get some unique values from the first column. So you're going to copy the first column A and maybe paste it here. After pasting it here, you go to data. I think you should remember how this is done. And then, oops, let me bring it down. Yeah, let me remove duplicates from that. Now we have 3 companies. Let's put it there. Let me delete this one. So let me just put this one in bold so that we distinguish it. Okay, so we have unique values of company here. So I also want to have unique values of salespersons here and respective to each company, which is actually we have 3 employees, Joe, John, and Sheila. But if you have multiple employees, you can use the same thing I did to get that. So let's just take that one, company A and Sheila respectively. So I want to have total sales made in each month for for each individual salesperson. Okay, so in this case these are the total sales, and then we need to pull month name from the date here. And to do that, I'm gonna let you see some bit of something here. So first go and select that column, and then let's insert empty column like that. So to pull month names from this date, I'm gonna use this function as text, and then from here, then you just use double quotes and triple M. That is if you want our month name to be in short form, something like Jan. But if you want a whole, let's say a whole name, you're gonna have 4 M's, okay? And then that's like that. So if I drag this down, you see I have pulled month names from this respective date. So you can see we only have 2 months, January and February. Okay, so because I want to have a drop down list here, something here whereby, let me just put it here, whereby whenever I click on that drop down, I only get can only select from there. So quickly let's go back to data, and under data validation, let's choose list, and then we want our source to be from here. But because if maybe you have a huge source, you can actually get the unique values of this list and then use respective names. But in this case I only have 2 months, so I can just type January and then February here. Okay, say okay. So in this I've created a drop down whereby I'll be able to change month names as such. Okay, so let's get the total sales. Here I'm gonna have a huge column, a huge formula, and we have learned this in the past videos. Good, so let's get to it. And I use some ifs because I want to have a lot of sums here, and it's important for you to take note of what's happening. So I want to start with the sum range, which is the sales. Okay, and then the criteria range 1, because I want the salesperson, I can come and say I want this, my first criteria range 1 to be the salesperson. Then the first criteria here is Joe. So I do not want to make this one to be fixed because it's gonna change when I drag my formula down. Good. And then I want to go to the second criteria too. I think because whenever I want to click here and change the date, I want to see different values. So I can say I'm in the second criteria range. Maybe I should go to this list of months where I've pulled it from. Okay, and then criteria 2 should be able to be that particular cell that I wanna use that criteria. But because I want this to be fixed, we're gonna use Control or Shift in Windows F4, Shift F4 to make it absolute fix, so that I don't want it to be changed from there. Okay, so let's continue. We wanna go to criteria range 3 because we want to pull these total sales from respective companies. We're gonna use these as a range, and then our third criteria to be this one. This one I also gonna leave it like that because whenever I pull the formula down, I want it to keep on changing from company A to B. Okay, then you close the brackets and enter. Good. So let me drag it like that, and maybe I can come here and convert it like that to be more accounting specific like that. Okay, so what has happened here? So let me see if I can change this to February. If I do that, I have different figures for February, which respective salesperson have made for each company. So I can just come and do this. I can make the merge and center, and you can choose to make it more presentable. Yeah, so this is where we have our drop down. You can have various a list of a month here, and whenever you have so many months. Good. You can take a minute and study that formula if you haven't captured it, you can go back and always pause and redo it. Good. Now from these cells, you want to capture maybe uh, you can choose to add your graphs here to make it interactive. The whole point of this report being interactive is the way you can be able to pull and interact with the values here without having to each every time you want to know sales for January or February, you have to maybe come and make or something like that. Yeah, so you can now try to maybe make it a bit something like that. mm, okay, and then just make it a bit presentable, and maybe you can just work around that for designing and stuff like that. Good. And then you can come and hide this column so that you still have your data set like that. Yeah, then good. Now here you can either choose to do something like this and add, insert maybe, let's see what coming up with some form of dashboard here. You want to insert some form of a dashboard in our summary. So you can either go with this one. Yes, you can choose to go with that one. And then I'm gonna get rid of this one because I have it. Then I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. And then I wanna make it a little bit smaller. Put it there or something like this. Yeah, you can go ahead and try to try to uh, can go ahead and format this one to the way you want. But now this is what I want you to look at. So let me say I want to change it to January. You can see as this one changes, also this dashboard changes. Okay, so these figures are a bit close. Let's go to John and maybe say John sold 5,000 here, like that, so that we have some form of distinction. Yeah, good. So this is a good example of how you can come with a complex responsive report, a clean summary from a huge report. Okay, so guys, remember to check out, I know there can be a lot of questions regarding to these formulas, so just go and check on my previous videos. I've really explained good introduction to formulas and functions in Excel that can be enable you to come up to speed before you dive into this. This is a little bit of intermediary level. To some it can be advanced. Yeah, so you can always go ahead and try this example into a new sheet where you can have information and something to presentable like this. You can also go and add some form of something here, more months to see, and work around your data to see how it can be. Okay, so don't forget to click on the video that you see on the screen, and let's meet next time. Bye guys.